We are in Cappadocia, Turkey, and the amazing thing is about 1500 years ago to 700 BC, people lived in these dwellings that they dug out, and they're all over the place. If you look around here and you zoom out, there are houses in all of those volcanic formations that people have dug out, and it is this entire region. It's just absolutely amazing. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna take a walk into one of these here and take a look around and just think that these people came in, they worked on this, they dug these out, and they lived in these. So this is just absolutely incredible. Sorry. We're gonna go ahead, we're gonna take a peek around in these. We'll go to wide zoom so you can see this. Imagine this, people living at 2500 BC in these. Now, let me back up so you can kind of get a better view. So they made this nice entrance, and this is all dug out. So we're gonna go ahead and walk up inside here so you can get an idea how people used to live back in the day. Of course, there's trash from nowadays, but most of them have an area, and it looks like this has been removed, but they will, that's where they would sit. That's their sofa, all the way around the side. And many of these, and you can tell it used to be here. There's another area that they build, and this track that you see here, that was built up tall, and that was your table. So they would have it come across here, and then you would sit on this side too. So basically, people could sit all the way around a table. So if you're thinking about like the Last Supper, this is more what it would have looked like. They would have been sitting at a place like this all the way around, and then having a long table in the middle. They have got holes in the sides, and all those holes are candle holders. So that's what those are. Those are for candle holders. And then of course you got cubby holes and everything else that they've put in here. And this one's kind of full of dirt, but a lot of times you get this area in the middle. Now this has no soot on the top, but you'll see kitchens, and you'll see a round thing with a shaft, and the shaft is for feeding wood and airflow going into kind of the original style for a smokeless barbecue pit. But just absolutely incredible, isn't this? So yeah, walking around on this and going through this area where this is, that's the amazing thing about Turkey, is this is kind of the cradle of civilization. And a lot of the areas we were at, they don't allow filming. They had ones with domes that were painted. These were kind of separatist people, and not separatists as like angry, but they were more like hermits. They wanted to be left alone. They wanted to have like their religious colony where they were Christian and everything else going on for a long time. So they lived in these giant valleys, and then they had these churches just built in the middle with all the same art painted on the stone as what you would see in like Rome and other places, with art and nice, just amazing artwork painted. That is not permissible to take videos or photos inside those, so I don't have any of that. But this is one that is not on the parks area. This is just one that's just off the road here, because they're everywhere, and it kind of gives you an idea. Who knows what this was? Kind of a thing. And then I would imagine from the dirt that's here that this rock area probably collapsed or has eroded away and just opened up the side. But yeah, that is how this is. So more candle holes. This is obviously for some sort of a door that they had. You can see the hinge cutouts here and the pegs. So however they built their doors, that's what they did there. All right. Well, thanks for watching. We'll go ahead and walk on out. And I'm going to give you a view of what these people who lived back 2,000 years ago probably saw when they would walk out. Cars, they would see lots of cars, vans, lots of vans, a road. Yeah. Now this one here, someone's filled up with their storage stuff, but here's another area just right next door. So you can go in here. You can see where people lived in all of these. And this is the way these are in this whole area. There's one up here. There's one down here. I think we poked our head in here briefly, so you can see that. And then as we walk along here, we can see more areas that people lived. We come over here through this one and look at this opening and this view. And you walk over here and all of these, if I zoom in all the way over there and watch this, you're going to be able to see the holes where people were living in those all the way across there. Just everywhere around here. So an entire civilization was living in these mounds. And you can see down here, there's more here. And then come over here, walk down here and take a look. There's one here. So these were all interconnected. And this one comes by here. And you can see in here another just amazing thing. So just incredible. Oh, look up here, there's another entrance there. So an absolute maze. And some of these that I was looking at when we were on the tour, they had these, some of the mountains you could see were completely hollow. They had actually excavated, obviously with no power tools or anything like that, excavated the entire insides of these rocks and made entire homes. So this whole thing from up there all the way through here, this has all been dug out and people were living in these mounds. And we're going to take a peek across here and I want to show you, like, here's more of them. We're going to zoom in here so you can see all the way through. All of those on the other side are all mounds that people lived in. You can see all the doorways. And that's this entire region is full of these mounds that people lived in. And you back off here and you can see all the way up there, all the way over there, way over there on the horizon. This whole area is scattered with these mounds that an entire civilization lived in. Looking down here, you can see all those. I mean, all these mounds right now, they're almost hollow. You can look down here and see how they're dug out. Now, kind of the cool thing is I have actually seen where some people own like part of it, and they take a mound and they finish excavating it and they turn it into apparently a home because they've got modern windows on the outsides, on the entrances, and they're actually living. They've made a house into the part of it. This cool little local hangout I was at last night, part of the restaurant and bar and everything was actually, it was like a coffee bar, was actually built into the back of one of these things. So we were actually sitting in one of these caves while the outside was with trees, and they had a fire pit and everything going. So one last look around. And you can see over here, try to keep the sun off the lens. And that's it. All right, thanks for watching. I hope you have a great day, and that's it.